Howdy folks, Effing Controller here, back with another thrilling installment of Let's Play Marathon. So I was looking at the map in between episodes, and I saw that there's a little patch of wall there in the southwest corner you might be able to make out. So in the very southwest, there's a little area that doesn't have a line that should join that polygon together into a full shape. And that implies that I have missed something over there. So we're going to go check that out. And by the way, you can move through the game using just the map. I don't really advise it because you can just walk right into an alien, and that is not a good day. Okay, so we're in the area here, and there should be a doorway of some kind here, but as you can see, it's too high. I'm not tall enough. Daddy, carry me up. Daddy, Space Daddy. Well, unfortunately, Space Daddy isn't here. But we have the next best thing. We have a grenade launcher. Now, I said earlier that you can't jump. And strictly speaking, that isn't true. You can jump, albeit in sort of a bad fashion. It's not a way that I recommend. It's medically not sound. 10 out of 10 doctors say you should not do this. But grenade jumping is a time-honored technique in Marathon. It's one that I'm not very good at, but I'm going to certainly try my best. The idea here is that you run really fast, and then you shoot directly in front of you. And it will propel you up such that you can kind of amble up a little bit and over, maybe over to there, to end up in that little spot. So we're going to try our best here. Let's get a little bit of, well, no. How much of a head start do we need? Not much. Let's just back up there and then try it right around here. And we'll try to kind of saunter over there. Here we go. Hit! Nailed it. Oh my god! Ah, Jesus! Okay, well, we have friends up there. We learned that the hard way. Let's try that again. Ooh, I'm feeling clever, in fact. Since I now know the nature of what it is that is up there. It looked like there were some little treats on the ground, so it's not entirely worthless. But it gives me an opportunity to showcase the grenade launcher's intended use, which is to kind of lob up and over. I don't know if that hit anything, to be totally honest with you. So we're gonna try this again here and just go in there guns blazing. Now we'll talk about what we found up there here in a second. So you can see there that those were some kind of terrifying invisible monster. Not a good thing to run into on an abandoned or whatever space station, space colony ship. Not a good thing to see. You can see though that the outline was very similar to those robed hackers that we. It's really hard not to give them their actual name, but they're familiar. They're just invisible, so it's kind of a weird situation. And it was dark up here. By the way, I have brightened the game up a little bit just because the room that I'm in is a little bit bright. So it was a little hard to see things with the game darkness. So very dark. We're going to heal up after that little misadventure. And hey, you know what? We're also going to save. Because that's the kind of guy I am. Where is the save? I am not going the right way. It'll be up here. And so, at the end of the episode, we opened up, or we got the stairs to come up because of that switch. Now, I don't know what is ahead of me here. You want to be, even though we did get a nice little chunk of ammo, you can also see we got some grenades for our gun there. You want to be a little conservative with this. As you can see, when we went up there, the machine gun is just, its only suitable use is in a telephone booth, kind of a situation like that, where there's just not, there's a lot of, and it's a target-rich environment, and it's very close in. We do have some kind of alien down here. Oh god, I barely dodged that. And this guy is not happy to see me, but nor am I him. There's a little secret here. So, same principle applies. Oh my. Here we go. So we got whatever this is. Let's take a look at this. Yeah. I'll be so blue. It makes everything blue and yellow and splendid. I'm just gonna shoot these guys because I'm feeling a little bit delicate, a little frail. I don't know why this guy didn't turn around. Turn around. Because I was shooting a gun very loudly at his friend. So this is kind of nice. You know, it's like infra blue. Ultra blue. It is nice because you can, you know, if it was dark. Oh, God. I think I took care of some business there. We're gonna keep taking care of business, just like the song. Don't want to just run around corners in this game. Really not a good way to go. Not a good way to live. Hi. I'm Effing. And you're a pile of goo. There's another one up ahead. Oh, God. So punching these guys, not prudent. Also interesting to note that these guys don't appear to give off any kind of, I guess we'll say that this is heat or infrared or something. They don't give that off. What's going on there? You'll also notice that enemies don't show up on our motion detector if they're standing still, which, when I say that out loud, doesn't seem like much of a tip. It seems kind of commonsensical, but there you go. I believe that this effect will fade. I thought it had a timer, personally, but I could be wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of a different effect. Whoa. I don't think you can reload, by the way. I think you have to just, yeah, you just have to shoot all your bullets. Oh, hi. Yeah, see? See? Don't run around corners. Somebody put a mirror here, please. It's not safe. It's an OSHA violation. Okay. Man, there's something behind us here that's weirding me out. The one downside to this is that you can't tell what color the enemy armor is. So you can't tell if it's an alien that's going to shoot at you or one that's just going to come up and try to poke you with his spear. And, you know, hey, I don't see color. That's, you know, in keeping with me as a person. Oh, there it goes. You know, I kind of don't like that effect. It's nice in certain areas. It's not a common item in the game. So if you hated that, you have this to look forward to rather than what you saw earlier. It's going to be mostly this. Fuck. Oh, good time to reload. Okay, little hinky, little bit of a challenge there. The game is fond of dropping things on you like that. That was kind of awful. As you can see, oh god. Okay, these are just the green guys. Okay, well that's a red guy. Now you heard his projectile hit this guy. This is a bad look. You can occasionally. God, fuck. Well, I was trying to show it off there, and I showed off, and that's what I get. You can occasionally line them up so that they'll hit each other, but doggone it, you know what? Well, I guess we went ahead and saved after we... Wait a minute, no we didn't. That's an old save. It's this one. So we saved it after getting that ammo from that little spot, so we're just gonna try to breeze through this real quick. We know what lies in store for us. And to be totally honest with you, during a run a marathon, you're going to be doing this a lot. You're going to end up dying, and then you're like, ah, okay, this ambush is here. We'll just proceed accordingly. I'm not going to bother to pick up the infrared, by the way. Now we get to play it the honest way, the Quaker oatmeal way, the right way to do it way. So we could go in there and get it, but I don't really care about it. Hi, guys. God. Poor timing. So yeah, in confined spaces like that, that weapon is glorious. But if it's, you know, anything else, no. It is not meant to be used as, say, medium, long-range kind of a situation. Oh, God. Barely dodged that. So these, kind of, what we call these? We'll just call them purple. Purple guys are a little bit tougher. You can see that took 2 punches. That's the only difference between them and the green ones. They still don't use a projectile. Okay, so this is feeling familiar. We learned some important lessons in the environs of this place. And corner. Hot soup. There we go. I've never worked in the restaurant business, but I do know corner. I think that makes you sound really cool when you say corner and you walk around a corner. Or stairs, when you go upstairs. I'm concerned about what this is. He's right here. The game will respawn some enemies. It doesn't do it... It seems to do it kind of semi-randomly. I say that, and I doubt the veracity of that statement. But, okay, well, this is a good place. Really happy to be here. Yeah. Once the motion detector lights up. Yeah. Oh God. One downside, really, to that weapon too. The fairly long reload, and you go through a cartridge or whatever pretty quickly. Okay, so you want to give him the old one too. You want to give him one when you're running up to him, and then you want to back off and then punch him as you're walking away. It's karate. Hey, buddy, you're about to get an ass punching. Kind of like if you were hitting a TV. It messes with the reception, I guess. Okay, so we have 2 terminals. Let's take a look at this one. Unauthorized access. Subject, doors. Come on, baby, light my fire. By Astasia Orestes, Dominic I. Placker, and Ursa Simbalzi. Dated such and such. There are 5 basic door designs to be used on the Marathon. Outer bulkhead doors, airlock doors, inner bulkhead doors, tertiary or inner sealed non-vacuum safe doors, quaternary or inner powered automatic opening doors. Direct control of all doors except the tertiary and quaternary doors will be given to Durandal, with indirect control of all other doors going to Durandal. The difference between direct and indirect control primarily has to do with the manner of opening the doors. Durandal will only open a directly controlled door when he is specifically asked to do so. Indirectly controlled doors are automatically controlled by Durandal to open when needed. However, due to the expense involved with adding thermal and visual spectrum sensors to the tertiary and quaternary door groups, these doors will be minimally used. The expected savings of not using this extra sensory input is estimated to be 57% of the base cost of the basic inner bulkhead door. The types of doors are all basically the same with some slight variations. The doors in classes 1 and 3 are the same doors classified separately to distinguish between the level of safety checking required to assure acceptable leakage. Acceptable leakage. The airlock doors are specifically modified to work with manual and remote activation switches. Airlocks are all to be marked with a specific airlock symbol and to be outfitted with an air recharge system. The tertiary and quaternary doors are designed exactly as the bulkhead doors but are checked coarsely for air leakage. This article, as well as articles 530F and 532G on Windows and elevators respectively, will be placed for public access in the Marathon Internal Engineering Documents Section 1C, Appendix H. Spurious interrupt. Breach disabled. Further access denied. Well, they're trying to figure out doors. Huh. That's a little bit alarming. You'll also note that Durandal is in charge of doors. I'm sure that that's not important. You can open that up. Right there. That activated an elevator. We'll talk more about these later. They'll become very important in a specific level that I have in mind. Keep your eye out for those things. We're in good shape. I think we're ready to go on to the next level. Let's talk to Leela. I think this is Leela. Whoops. Incoming message from Leela. The Marathon's automated defenses were disabled during the initial attack by a directed magnetic pulse. The aliens used the same weapon to disable the Marathon's other two AIs, Durandal and... I say Tico, and I don't know if that's right. I also say Tycho sometimes, but that reminds me of knockoff Legos, so I'm going to say Tico. And to severely damage myself, so everybody's been shocked by this attack, if you will. Durandal is responsible for controlling the ship's autonomous functions, doors, life support, kitchens, air reprocessors, stairs, and so on. Because he is non-functional, I am working to assume as many of these tasks as possible. Tico controls the science and engineering network. Now that you are better armed, our first priority is to reactivate the Marathon's defenses under my control so that we may offer some resistance to the aliens. So Leela is in charge of defense. Worth remembering that. I have built 3 replacement circuit boards for the defense system, but cannot move them from the manufacturing center without assistance. I will now transport you to retrieve the replacement parts, and will give you further instructions when you arrive. End of message. Transport room ready. Okay, we got a save panel here. We're going to press on through this level, though. See what Leela has to say. The Marathon's automatic manufacturing systems have finished making replacement circuits. There are 3 circuits. Each should be in the manufacturing holding chamber. With luck, the alien viruses have not infiltrated the manufacturing systems, but even if they had, I would have no way of knowing. Or what am I? Oh yeah, the attacks on my... I looked away for a second. The attacks on my systems are growing more steady. If the counterattack is not able to remove some of the computer infiltrators, then I will eventually succumb. It is absolutely imperative that a counterattack begin as soon as possible. The Marathon is not defenseless, and we can't let it be taken without a fight. This is where the circuits should be. Look in all of the receptacle lockers. There is a pattern buffer located next to your current location. I suggest that you use it immediately. Already way ahead of you. After you have retrieved the circuits, return to the terminal at this location, and I will transport you to the defense center to install them. Splendid. Okay, so we're supposed to go get some little parts here and there. Let's see. Here we go. Let's go. Guns out here. Oh dear. Hello, friends. These guys, I think they're commonly just called wasps. They're moderately annoying if you get a pack of them, but as you saw, they can be very easily handled with just your pistol, as these guys are too. And we've got more friends. Come here. And swing! Okay. We have a panel here, but I want to look around a wee bit. What do? Let's actually just use this. This is from Leela. Oh, this is where we actually bring the chips. So, search until you have found them. Yes, we're not going to mess around with that too much. So we've activated that. I think that turned on lights in here. I could be mistaken. Yes, indeed. Turn it back on. Okay, just kind of sizing things up here. Some kind of elevator, possibly. It has been a little bit since I beat this, so I'm not going to remember everything automatically. Hello? Hello? Hi. Let's try standing on this. Yeah. That brought us up a little bit. So you can see the map gets a little confusing when you start to go into these kinds of areas. because it overlaps. Hi. Greetings. Jeez. Okay, so... That's another way to handle it, is you can just kind of bob back and forth like that. Good way to deal with stuff. Oh my. Oh, that's right. Yeah, so they have projectiles. Forgot about that. That's why I kind of instinctively shot them. You don't want to run up and punch them, even though you can handle them pretty easily with a punch. I tend to deal with them with a gun. It's easier. And so I don't like the look of this at all. So, don't need to use the machine gun necessarily. Just happen to have the gun out, so I went ahead and used it. There we are. Oh, gee. Okay. Whoa! Whoa, tiger. Oh, hello, everybody. This might call for a different weapon. Could have handled that differently, but I stand by my decision. Now, if you're ever in a situation like this where it's really dark, check this out. It's a flashlight. It does everything. Look at that. Ah, perfect. Well, there's a pattern buffer. Got a terminal here. Let's go ahead and use that. Warning, Core OS mod date later than current date time. More garble? Maybe I won't even read this. However, there is an interesting bit of text there, and it might kind of tell you why this was searched by someone. Bottom line there, doors opened before her without cause. Their locks rusted and shattered. It looks like some kind of piece of literature that perhaps was just what came up when somebody looked for doors. Turning in fury, she kicked viciously. Anger made her careless, and she missed... Interesting stuff. There's a lot of those terminals that don't really quite make sense. Although, in that case, I say it did. So we got an elevator. Going up. Second floor. Lingerie. Well, that didn't really get us anywhere, did it? Or did it? Let's go back up, folks. Is that an elevator? Apparently not. Make that jump. That's an elevator. I'm a terrible shot today. Oh my. Ow. Oops. Sickos. I don't know what that did. Usually not like 100% a great idea to just push buttons, but hey. Something is down there though. Just got to wait a second. Here we go. Aha! Aha! That looks important. Well, we got one of the parts. However, we seem to be missing two more. There's a little terminal here, though. Let's check this out. Let's retrieve all three of the defense repair chips. There is no point in going to the defense center unless you have all three. Search until you found them. Well, jeez, get off my jock about it. How about that? Gee whiz. So there's this. Is this anything? No. We could jump to this window, maybe? We certainly can. What does that get us? 100% nothing. Well, that was a fun little diversion. Okay, well, we went upstairs and got a thing. However, there are more things to be got. So, let's see. How did we get up here again? Through here. Punch. Punch. This These are safety punches. It's not a valid technique. It's not a thing that I normally do. I'm just enjoying myself. Don't worry about it. There is something nearby, though, and that makes me unhappy. Hi. I'm just, I'm very casually greeting all these aliens, and I don't know if that's necessarily a good idea either. Okay, so maybe one of these doors was opened by my, button pushing. Oh, crafty devil, look at you. Hey, guys. Okay, well, got the jump on one of them. We're gonna go this way. I guess. Yep, see the map. Very, very helpful feature. Got all kinds of activity here. Okay, so... And punch! And punch! And punch! And punch! Monster kill. What's going on in here? Big fan of this room. Let's see. Oh, an airlock. Well, let's maybe hold off on that. Although it does look like it just goes... Hey! Hi. Goes into that main kind of chamber we were in to start with. Okay, these guys are a little tougher. See? Oh god. Okay. So, listen. Hallways. Can we talk about hallways? They're terrible. Do I want to go all the way back and heal up? Maybe I do. What's going on here? Oh. Well, I feel like I'm observing something kind of intimate here, so... Oh! You read my mind. How unnerving. Now that's not where we were, actually. I was going to say that's where we were before, but I'm absolutely wrong. Come on. Neat. Okay. Everybody else can get punched. God damn you. And god damn you. You know what? God damn all of you. Ow. Double god damn you. Ridiculous. Okay. Take a look at this. Automatic manufacturing system. Transfer delayed. Several transfers delayed. AMS transport system error. Cause unknown. Transport materials on intertransfer counter. Message from Leela. I was afraid this would happen. You'll have to go to the manufacturing transport station to get the last circuit board. Collect the 2 circuit boards that were transferred and then go to the transport station. Take the elevator here to access the main processor tunnel. You should find the 3rd chip intact on the transport station. The error was a failure of the final transport conductor. Oh, and a security breach there. Wherever that is. Is that a place that we know about? I don't think so. So there's that. That's one of them. We had another one. Oh, is that the one we already got? Well, we only have 2. Puzzling. What about here? Those are bullets. Those are nice to have. A delicious New York steak, or one of those. A cruise. I don't know if you could manufacture a cruise in that. Well, okay, so she told me to go get the one I already went and got. I did this level entirely out of order. But we're more or less at the end then. Let's go through here, though. This is apparently a place with lots of bullets. I feel like I've missed some secrets, so I will be taking care of those. But I think this is probably a good spot to end the episode. We'll use the pattern buffer here, and I'll see you in the next one.